Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Potato Chief, and welcome to your regularly scheduled programming. I'm here to predict Wrestlemania!
There's a man going round taking names, and he decides who to free and who to blame. Everybody won't be treated all the same. There'll be a golden ladder reaching down when the man comes around.
It's predictions time. So, due to the fact that WrestleMania 35 is going to be about 200 hours long, and there's going to be about 6 million matches, I'm going to try and speed this up. We're going to try and get through it quickly. So, to speed things up, let's do the kickoff matches right now. Yeah, so those are the kickoff match. Yeah, so those are the kickoff prediction. Fuck! So yeah, those are the kickoff predictions. Let's get into the main show. We have a lot of matches to get through, so let's do this! Okay, match number 1 is the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. It's a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. They already got a women's match doing a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. We really need 2 Fatal 4-Way Tag Team matches. Really overkill. I'm going to just say Uso retention. I don't really see the point of... Maybe you could give it to Shinsuke Nakamura or Rusev because they're not really doing anything else. The Bars just dropped it. I don't think Aleister Black and Ricochet need it, and I feel that they're going to go into singles career stuff after WrestleMania. So I'm going to say Uso's retention. Then it is AJ Styles versus Randall Keith Orton. Should be a really fun match. I was going to say Randy Orton was going to win. However, they did the spot that I thought they were going to do at WrestleMania on SmackDown this week, where AJ goes for the phenomenal forearm and Randy Orton catches him with an RKO. So I feel like they've already done that. So I feel like AJ's going to win because they've already done the cool spot that they should have done at WrestleMania. Okay, there we have Drew McIntyre versus the Big Dog Roman Reigns. I don't know why I sounded like Shaggy a little bit there. Oh, what we gonna do, Scoop? That was a terrible impression. I'm sorry. Anyway, this is my lock of the night. Oh, Jesus. Roman Reigns just come back from cancer. He's got to win, surely. I feel like Drew is going to put up a really good match, but I think this is a feel-good moment. The guy's come back from cancer. There's no title on the line or anything. Drew doesn't lose anything from losing to Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. It makes all the sense in the world to have Roman Reigns win. Might be a shock upset, though. We never know. You never know. But maybe Dean might screw Roman out of the match, not screw him sexually. Next match. Next match. Yeah, I had to do a PewDiePie reference. Okay. Next match. The Miz versus Shane McMahon in a Falls Count Anywhere match. I feel like this is Shane's time to win a WrestleMania match. He wants to win. Well, he won last year with Daniel Bryan, but it's his first. He wants to win a singles match at WrestleMania. I can just tell. The Falls Count Anywhere stipulation makes me think that he's going to get some outside interference. Probably Sanity, because they're not really doing anything with Sanity, and they had Sanity on SmackDown, so I feel like Sanity might get involved in this matchup. That's my prediction. Then we have the Women's Tag Team Title match. Beth Phoenix and Natalya, Tamina Snuka and Nia Jax, The Iconics, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. So, I don't know where to go with this one.
A few moments later.
I don't think it's going to be Beth Phoenix or Natalya. Don't think it's going to be the Iconics, even though I like both of them. So I feel like maybe they might take the... No, I'm going to go with the Hug and Boss connection, Sasha and Bayley, to retain. Now it is what probably I should have had as my lock of the night, but we're gonna still go with Roman Reigns beating Drew McIntyre as my lock of the night. It is the Intercontinental Championship match. It is Bobby Lashley versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor is the demon. The demon doesn't lose. So maybe this is the time they have the demon finally lose at WrestleMania, but really against Bobby Lashley. Like, this feels like kind of like a throwaway match. This feels like this could be a squash even. I feel like Demon Balor just might squash Bobby Lashley, take the IC title, and that's it. Done. Then it's the match we don't even know if it's going to take place. Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. So, this match might not even happen. So, it's hard to predict, right? I'll just say a Samoa Joe retention, just because. That's literally it. I feel like if this match if this match happens, maybe Rey wins it and then it goes on to face Andrade. But I feel like Samoa Joe's only just got the US title. He hasn't done anything with it yet, and I feel like it'd be kind of cool. So, yeah, and I feel like it's good for the heel-face balance, having a heel mid-card champion when I think they're going to have a face main champion. Spoiler alert for my predictions later on. Okay, so let's keep going. Right, so now it is the no-holds-barred match. See, this is also could be a lock of the night. So there's 3 matches here that I think I could have gone with lock of the night. I'm going to go with Roman Reigns because you don't bet against Roman Reigns. That's just it. So this one is also a lock of the night, really, but I'm not going to do the yelling and screaming. It is Triple H's career is on the line versus Batista. No holds barred. Why would you... Batista's already said this is his last match. They're not going to end Triple H's in-ring career. Batista's, like, basically come back to give Triple H his win back from WrestleMania, essentially. That's the whole point of this storyline. Should be a fun match, but I think Batista's losing, so Triple H wins. Simple as that. Then we get to... This is where it gets tricky. The 3 big matches, the 3 big title matches. Everyone says on the internet, all the YouTube channels, all the smart marks say, there's no way that all 3 of these people, all 3 of the faces are going to win. So we have the women's match, the WWE title match, and the Universal title match. And I kind of agree. I can't see all 3 of them being a babyface win. So we're going to go through them one by one. At first is Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. I feel like this is the time to pull the trigger on Kofi Kingston. He's been there for 11 years. He's never going to be any hotter than this. If you delay this for another pay-per-view, it's not gonna be as hot. This is it. This is the peak. This is it. This is the chase over end of WrestleMania. They've built this up really well. Give Kofi the title right now. I feel like this could kind of be some kind of redemption for the Booker T Triple H thing that happened years and years ago, where they... So I'm just going to bring up the elephant in the room. This storyline has turned into... there's a lot of racial connotations in this storyline. And I think that's perfectly intentional. I think that is that's planned by WWE. And they did the same thing with Booker T versus Triple H. They were being... Triple H was being racist in that storyline, essentially. And then Booker T lost, even though he was the good guy and Triple H was being racist. So it made no sense. So I feel like this is kind of almost like a redemption for that storyline in a weird way, like years later. I feel like Daniel Bryan wants to put Kofi over. I feel like it's Kofi's time. They made it about race, so I feel like surely you can't do... I really hope they don't screw Kofi again. Kofi's got to win this, surely. Yeah. Even if you just get him to win the title and then drop it on SmackDown on Tuesday, he needs this moment at WrestleMania, right? I'm not saying I want them to do that, by the way. I'm just saying he needs this moment. Plus, it's not the main title. I mean, it's the lineage title. It's the WWE title, the one with the most lineage behind it. But the Universal title is the big title in WWE at the moment. So why not give it to Kofi? I don't see what harm it would do from putting the belt on Kofi. I feel like it's a great moment at WrestleMania to do that. It's the most hot feud going into the pay-per-view as far as I'm concerned. I'm going with Kofi wins. And that's more of me hoping. If they mess this up and have Daniel Bryan retain, I feel like a lot of people are going to be very unhappy. And I like Daniel Bryan a lot. But even I want to see him lose this. I want to see Kofi win that title, and it'll be an amazing moment. With the three main events. So that one I think is a good guy win. So that means I'm either going to say Becky's losing or Seth's losing. Seth's losing. That's what I'm predicting. I feel like I didn't mention this with the WWE one as well. They're going to be going to Saudi Arabia soon, and Daniel Bryan refuses to go to Saudi Arabia. So if you put the title on Kofi, Kofi will go to Saudi Arabia. Daniel Bryan won't. But you could always just hotshot the title anyway, or just not have the title on the show. So I mean, that's not a massive deal. But Brock Lesnar's going to Saudi Arabia. We know he will go to Saudi Arabia because money, lots and lots of money. So I feel like they might just have Brock retain and have Seth maybe win it at the next Saudi Arabia show. Oof. I feel like that might happen. That's what I think might happen. Also, I feel like the Seth was plan B for Roman getting like sidelined. So now Roman's back. I feel like they're gonna go back to the Roman Reigns project. I feel like they're gonna try and get Roman Reigns to beat Brock again. I mean, I don't mind Roman Reigns, but I just feel like that's kind of tired hat now. It's kind of boring. But I feel like, yeah, I think there's a couple of reasons why Seth might lose this match. Not had the best build. I don't think Seth was their first choice. As I said, I think Roman's their first choice again. Brock Lesnar, you do not bet against Brock Lesnar, right? I've made that mistake before. That was my last lock of the night. That was the only time I've had a lock of the night wrong, was when I predicted that Brock was going to lose to Roman Reigns last year. That's the only time I've ever been wrong, when I've put, like I said, a lock of the night. You don't bet against Brock. I can see Brock having a Bruno Sammartino kind of run with a Universal Championship where he literally holds it until he retires. Because Brock wants that title when he's in WWE, and WWE want him around because he's an attraction. Or at least that's what Vince thinks anyway. Even I think he's not anymore. It's neither here nor there. So, anyway, let's get to the main event. The women's triple threat match. Charlotte, Becky, and Ronda Rousey. I'm not super confident on this one, actually. I thought I would be, but I'm not. But I'm going to go with a Becky win. It's the main event of WrestleMania. You want a feel-good moment. This is the first women's main event. You want a feel-good moment. This is like... It's the first women's main event. They've got both titles on the line. There was rumours that Ronda Rousey was kind of going to take some time off to have kids. They also said this last year with Brock Lesnar was going to have time off, and he didn't. Well, he always has time off. He was going to go to UFC, is what I meant. So yeah, I think Becky's got to win, right? She's the face. It's WrestleMania. It's the main event. It took him 20 years. WrestleMania 2000 was the first time they had a heel win in the main event at WrestleMania. That was Triple H. That was WrestleMania 2000 was 14, 15? No. Let me know in the comments below what WrestleMania 2000 was, and what number. But that was it took them a long time for them to pull the trigger on having a heel win the title in the main event, and it rarely happens. The only reason I can see Ronda maybe winning it is because, again, she's an attraction. Vince likes attractions, and she's money, and she might not want to do the job to Becky because of all the Twitter stuff, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if that's kayfabe. I don't know if that's real. I feel like that's kayfabe, but, there's a couple of reasons why Ronda might retain. But I'm going to go with Becky. I feel like everyone would be a lot happier if Becky won the titles. Plural. But those are my WrestleMania predictions. What are your WrestleMania predictions? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Let me know what your predictions are in the comments below. And I will, if I do a review, I will we'll compare our results. So, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, too sweet. WrestleMania, baby!
Join Potato Club today and too sweet that subscribe button.